Hey everyone, I'm Will.
I'm Brad.
And I'm Ben.
And today we're going to be showing you Annapurna. This was designed by Rebecca Horovitz. It is going to be coming out later this year, and we're going to show you kind of how the game works, how it plays, and we'll be right back with our final thoughts. All right, let's take a look at what's in the box here for Annapurna. This edition, they did send us a Hershey's Milk Chocolate Bar, so thank you very much for that. You've got two rule books inside the box. One for a competitive and then one for a cooperative mode. The competitive mode is really, where the game is pretty good. The cooperative mode, I really honestly just don't see the point of this. Maybe if you're just kind of teaching someone how to play would be a good way to start, I guess. They did send us a nice little bag. If you're going to get this on Kickstarter, I would definitely encourage you to pick up the bag if this is an add-on. It really makes the game portable. You can really just carry everything you really need right here in the little bag they include. The pieces are good and chunky, like the meeples there. All right, so this is the meat and potato of the game. You've got these deck of 15 cards, different colors for each. You've got blue, green, red, and brown. And then you also have these victory point cards. So I'm going to set up for a two-player game, and I will be right back. So throughout the course of the game, each player is going to be trying to be the first to reach their mountain peak, as well as trying to make sure that they have the most zeroed out mountain as they do so. So the actions that a player can take on their turn is either explore, trade, or hide. And at the end of that step, then they would do a sweep. So for example, let's go ahead and start us off here with the red player. First player is going to be taking first action of they have to explore. So they're going to be taking going here. So they flipped over a card called Rock Slide. And on Rock Slide, it says you can't explore the row above you on your next turn. All right, so that the player can only really explore left and right of them, which, you know, is going to be preventing them from going up. Get it? Got it. All right, so they didn't take a trade. They couldn't take a hide. They had to take a explore in the first, so now they have to sweep. And what that means is they look at their mountain, and what they're looking for is yin and yang symbols that are on the side of the card. As long as everything balances, they can actually remove those cards and put them into their cache that is up at the top of the mountain. So for example, on their sweep phase, this player has a zeroed out balance. This card is going to be coming over here and going to their cache. Okay. So the blue player is then going to go, and they're going to go, for example, they're going to go here, and they're going to find a chocolate bar, and it has 3 yang symbols on the side here, the black. So it says you may take another turn after this one. All right, so after that goes, they're going to take a sweep action, noticing that they do not have the balance of the 3 whites or the yins to be able to balance out their mountain. So they can't really do anything during their sweep turn. Now, this card did allow them to take another turn. Again, they can explore to the left or the right. They can explore up, or they can even do a trade. And what a trade would be is, again, they take a card out of their hand. They would take this, move it up to the cache, playing this face down. Kind of knowing, hey, I'm going to be going up this way. I want to try to, you know, get the best possible result. I know what it is as opposed to going blind. Okay? So on the play then proceeds, they do their sweep phase again, so there's nothing to sweep on this side. So then the red player is going to decide to go ahead and do a trade. So what they're going to do is they're going to switch a card from their backpack with a face down card on another player's mountain. So what they can do is they can take a card out of their backpack and swap it for a card in another player's mountain. Okay? The card should be played face down, just to remember, hey, so they don't know what it is. And then the card from their mountainside goes to their cache. So it's going to go up to the cache of that player. Kind of keep these the same. There we go. Then they're going to take a sweep. And then this player is going to go again. Well, they kind of don't want to go here because they know that could be a bad card. So they're going to decide to continue to move up. All right. It says first on the trail. If this card is first card, you flip up in a row, you may take another turn. Pretty good for us. So we do a sweep, noticing there's 2 yins and 3 yangs. They do not balance, so the player is going to go ahead and take another turn going up. You cannot explore the row above you on your next turn, so the rock slide there. So, all right, so they balance their books here, and then back to the red player. So we're going to go ahead and continue racing up the mountain. And we got a pickpocket. Says you may take a random card from another climber's backpack and put it into your backpack. So then they can make, hey, I'm going to take one of your cards out of your backpack, put it in mine. Okay. Again, doing a sweep action. And that's pretty much it. You're going to continue to go as far as you can until one player, reaches the top. Actually, both players reach the top. And whoever has the most balanced mountain is going to be the one that gets the most victory points. And there's some other actions you could take once you actually reach the mountain peak. So because you're not going to be able to explore anymore. So let's say this player was still, let's say it was like this, and this player was here. Okay. So the blue player on their turn, they could do a senyata, which is do nothing. Okay. Very zen, very calm. Or they could drop. They could place a card from your backpack face up on your own mountainside. Okay. When you drop a card, the yin effects of that card don't activate, but their yin effects still count. Okay. They could throw. They could place a card from their backpack face up in an empty spot in another player's backpack or mountain. And then after you do though, they may return the favor by flipping a card on your mountainside face up. Not the best. Now, one of the things you do get though is when you do reach the mountain, you're actually going to take all your entire cash, and you're going to have more cards to be able to use to either be able to try to reach Zen on your mountain. So that would actually only be 2 off and help you. All right, so that was Annapurna, Leave No Trace Behind. What did you think of it, guys?
I actually had a fair amount of fun in this game. I mean, of course, you said when we started this game, Brad, you're going to love this, but like it is a simple, chill, sit back and play kind of game. I mean, setting up the cards and just moving through each of the different levels of your mountain was just kind of chill. I guess I'll leave it at that to start with. I liked it.
Yeah, chill is a good description of it. I probably wouldn't go quite up my game speed. Like, there's a little bit of co-op in it and a little bit of competing, but it's just very relaxed and just kind of happens. When I played through it, I'm thinking more along the lines of some of our friends that have kids. Like, this would be an excellent game for a couple of them to be able to play, introduce, get used to some of this card stuff and playing a game. But I don't know if it's one I'd want to pick up.
Yeah, I did enjoy it to a point. I don't really feel like you play the game as more the game plays you. As far as like you move, you flip a card, and this is what happens. And then, you can kind of throw down cards on other people when you're playing competitive.
Yeah.
The cooperative mode, I just don't get. I can see this like I guess you said, as far as like family.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I can kind of see that as far as like playing with kids. As far as like, an introductory way to learn games and stuff. I don't know what it was that just didn't jive with me though. I mean, I get the mechanics and everything. It just never really seemed like I was making decisions. I mean, there were some as far as like you put down the cards to try to get the even, to balance your, hit your Zen and hit your 0 mark for the mountain. But for the most part, you just move, you flip a card.
Mm-hmm.
You move, you flip a card. And different things happen to you. It's almost like I was playing like Sorry or Monopoly, or you roll, you move, and this is what happens. And then you have sometimes you have a decision, but you can flop cards with somebody else, or you can draw a card from somebody else, or you can put a card down on somebody else's mountain. And then if you reach the peak, then you start messing with other people. So it's almost like you want to get to the peak first, but then do you really want to get to the peak first? Because so I guess you want to. There's no reason not to try to get to the peak first. I still don't understand why you wouldn't get to the peak first. You can worry about then zeroing out your cards, because it's not like when you're climbing, you can affect my mountain. So if I get to the peak first, even if I'm not zeroed, well, when I get my cash of all the things I have cleared on the way, also with my hand, then I can start putting down cards and zeroing out my mountain, and I got.
But I don't think it's a guarantee that you're going to get to the top of the mountain and haven't zeroed out anything, honestly.
Every single time that I've played this game, there has not been a single time that I haven't zeroed out my mountain.
When we played, we got to a point where I wasn't sure I was going to zero out. We'll put it that way. But I did explore a lot more, I guess. I don't know.
I raced to the top.
Maybe it's just a race
every
to the
single
top.
time, and not really like as I was going to the top. It's not like you guys could have put cards down, on my mountain face down, right? But if you start off in the middle, there's no reason not to go left or zigzag.
That competitive stuff of putting down the cards. I was thinking about that, and I tried to do some stuff to you, Brad, early on, and you just went right around. So unless you put it up at the top and know you're going to bait them for that,
but and then when you're putting down cards on some of his mountain, you're not getting up there.
Yeah.
So you're literally not doing
so I'm
anything.
stalling myself.
You're delaying yourself. So it's not like you're not really harming him. You're not really helping yourself. It's almost like a waste of turn.
Yeah. Look, I think that this is a chill game to play with kids. I'll put that. I will keep it as that chill game that I think you can play with anybody and set up, and even the person who doesn't want to play board games would probably sit down and
that I think is where I end up going with this. Like I can think of some of even our adult friends that would just want to be more chill. They don't want to get into that high competitive mode, and this works. Like it's just a pastime, like playing solitaire almost.
And for the most part, it packs down into this.
Right.
I mean, you have the box, but it packs down to this.
And then the thing is, like, this is going to be an option in the Kickstarter. They send this to us as well. So, all in all, this is a game that I would recommend for people who aren't necessarily board gamers, or have a group of friends that don't necessarily play a lot of board games and don't really care to, but want something relaxed. Or if you're a flower child, to be honest with you, and you just want to. Just mellow.
Flower
I don't know, man. It's just not for me.
Yeah, I could picture this, a group of people going out, like especially with being able to pack down, going out camping, or just having a night out on a porch, and hey, let's play something simple. Bring this out. No one gets upset or angry with each other. It's just going to be nice, relaxed. We've got a couple of friends who have some 9-10-year-old kids, and I think with where they're at, they'd pick up on this real easy and enjoy it.
I think whether or not I'd buy this is really going to depend on that price point. I think I probably would not pay any more than $20 for this game, even with the cloth pouch, which may be hard to put all that together for a $20 game. I mean, I secondhand or used discount, I think I would definitely pay less than $20 for this. It'd be a steal to pick up at that. But I'd say, the card art looked good. The comments on the cards looks funny at times. The meeples are approachable because they're the exact same meeples in most other games too.
Big and chunky.
Yeah, they're big and chunky, hard to lose, which is important, especially if you're playing around a campfire or something. So yeah, I don't know. I would buy this game.
I kind of wish that the mountains, the individual mountains, were maybe different.
Okay.
Every single one of the cards of the sets of cards that you have. They're all the same, but just in different colors.
Okay.
I kind of wish there was maybe a little bit more variety, with what you're actually, for each mountain maybe you're climbing. Yeah. Give you some variability there, but So yeah. All right, everyone. That was Annapurna. Leave no trace behind. Be sure to check out all of our other great content on maturemindedgamers.com. Hit that like and subscribe button so you'll be notified when we release all of our other content, such as video games as well as Star Trek. So everyone, till then, we'll see you later.